I've really been enjoying Horizon 4, but there is something that keeps me thinking. I want to know how big this map is. Although it's a fun map, there's just something that makes me feel it's a little bit smaller than Horizon 3. Even though they said that it is about the same size, you have to consider one major thing in that they have to make the whole map coverable in different types of season stuff. But let's have a look, see how big this game actually is. So we are going to do 2 drives per game, Horizon 4, Horizon 3. We're going to drive across from this section here all the way over to the other end of the map here. That's the first route we're going to take. We're going to time it and we're going to see how long it takes us to get from one side to the other, and then once we get to this location, we'll start another timer and race down to the bottom of the map. Now, this isn't the most accurate test in the world, but is a real world test. It gives us an idea. Obviously, to make this a little bit more accurate, we've got ourselves the Focus RS, because we actually have this car on both games, and we're going to test it across. And now I need a picture of it, just so I know the tuning is the same. 3, 2, 1, Bob's your uncle. Let's get it on. Now, obviously, there is snow on the map this time, which is something we have to deal with. But now, there's one extra thing that I'm going to mention as well, which is I'm going to keep the car around 50 miles an hour both ways. I could definitely just kind of speed across, but if I did that, it wouldn't really give us an accurate time because of traffic and that kind of thing. At 50 miles an hour, I think I can get ourselves a pretty decent time. And obviously, we are in the snow, so I wanted to make it a little bit fairer, because if we full on went for it and it was dry in Horizon 3, it wouldn't really be fair, you know. It wouldn't make much sense, because I'm going to be slipping and sliding everywhere if I go anywhere above. So really, if you think about it, the speed of the car shouldn't really matter so much. So if this is upgraded from stock, I mean from when we get it at the start of the game, then I can get it pretty close and it doesn't really matter anyway. Oh yes, national speed is where you normally put your foot down, and no, we're just going to cruise it. So we're doing an experiment. Then realize how long 6 miles was at 50 miles an hour. 6 miles. At least it's not 60 miles. If this was the crew, it would take a really long time. You could also use this as a graphics comparison as well, which is a pretty useful thing. I'm gonna hit this. There we go. That's the first board I've got. You alright? I'm alright. Anywho, yeah, this will be a nice little graphics comparison. So like, boom, there you go. Look at that. Wow. He's comparing the graphics. Look at pants. So I'm gonna say that this game looks better, obviously, because this game came out when the Xbox One X was here. The other game, it was updated too, and when they update games generally, then it was only 4K on PC. They didn't really bother with the PC version that much. So this game definitely looks better, I think. I think personally though, the cars look better on this, much better, but the actual atmosphere and stuff sometimes looks quite a bit worse, especially in the 60 FPS mode. Oh, Edinburgh already. That was really quick. I've been going for about 5 minutes now, if the time is accurate. Maybe a little bit more, because it's not at the point yet, but hey, I saw you kind of sliding there like you got 4-wheel steering. You a taxi. You an old taxi. You ain't got 4-wheel steering. What you playing? We're getting close. There's a little Fiat in my way. Get out my way, sonny. I got things to do. The final stretch. What's the time gonna be? There's nothing to compare it to yet, so not much we can do about it. Move out the way, sonny Jim. Here's the finish. Get ready to stop it as we cross the line. Thank you very much. So that was about 9 minutes to get from one side to the other at 50 miles an hour. Not too shabby. But what is it then to go down to the bottom of the map, which we will do next? So I think I'm going to pretty much pick around here. I think this is the shortest route of this game. I think in the last game, the longest route was upwards and the shorter route was this way, but they were still both pretty long. Go! Oh, the all-wheel drive kick off the line there, son. Let's get it on. Get the speed up. There we go. About 50 miles an hour now. And then we lock it in place. Hold it for 4.7 miles this time. So this is quite a bit shorter than it was before. 4.6 is quite a bit short. I don't remember what it was before, but it was a lot more to go across. I've actually not explored most of the map, so this is me exploring the map as well. That lighthouse, pretty cool. I wonder if we can actually go near it. But right now, we can't do that because we're doing a scientific experiment. What? He just smashed through the wall. Look at him. He just went for... Where's that? Where is the wall? Oh, it's there. What a brute. What is that castle over there? That is crazy. That's not Edinburgh Castle. Is that another castle we can own? Because Edinburgh Castle, I feel like it's cheap, mate. I feel like this is bigger. This is a big one. What is it? I can't read the sign because of my motion blur. Bamborough. We're in Bamborough. Where's that? I have no clue. Something massive, whatever it is. Looks like I'm gonna have to do some proper explore. I haven't explored this map properly, as you can see. This is all new paving road for myself. Excuse me, Mercedes. Didn't even have to cross over the lane to pass him. Still don't understand how half a mile is 800 yards. It just really I don't understand. I think that's what it is about that. If not, games just confuse me. Games, do it properly. X5 out in the snow. Very good choice, my sire. Why have you got a ladder on your roof? He's not a white van man. He is an X5 man. And across the line. So we got a 5 minutes, just almost 6 minutes on that one. And that is the end of the test on this game. So, to get an idea, I was thinking the best addition of this would be to get the full time of across and down. So, getting a combination of double those would be around the whole map. Give or take, you know, a little bit. Back to Horizon 3. It's really weird to be back in this game. So, I need to buy another Focus RS. Because I want another one. I don't want to mess up my other ones. Not that it matters, because, I mean, we have the new game. So, but let's go into view all. Buy myself a new one. Now, the code on the last game is A718. Let's buy this. Okay. Buy with credits. And we're going to see what level it is. 784. So, one thing to note is that the tuning table changes per game. They readjust everything. So, if this thing is actually starting faster, I doubt we can really downgrade it very much, if at all. So I think that's about what the adjustment was, which is pretty crazy, actually, if you think about it. The one thing that makes me think this game is a little bit bigger is because of the fact, it's just spamming all these events at me for one, but it's also because of the fact that this game lets you zoom out of the map more. When a game refuses to, everyone that plays the game at the beginning will be trying to zoom out. You can't zoom out other than the other game, so it makes me think that they're trying to mask the fact that the map is smaller. I know it sounds really cheeky and why would they do that, but I wouldn't be so surprised. Anyway, straight away it does look bigger, but we're going to properly test it out thoroughly. Where are we anyway? 3, 2, 1, go! Off the launch goes. We're not in the snow, so the launch of this one is going to be quicker. So let's find out what this game is all about when it comes to map size. I actually forgot that I want to switch to the digital speedo in the new game as well, because digital speedo, can you do that still? Probably. I like the digital speedo. Jumping back in, so the game definitely, the new one definitely looks better in my eyes. But again, that is, I am on the Pro console, the X console, so overall, the game is always going to look better on the X console, especially because this game did not come out with the X. They updated it, which means there's a lot less effort gone into it because the other one was built with the idea that it's got to be on the X and it's got to market it and stuff. The traffic's going just as fast as me in this one. Just as quick. I don't know if it's just me, but the sense of speed on this game feels better. And I have a theory that it's to do with the scale of the map. I feel like the scale of the map has been changed, or maybe the size of the cars. Either way, the sense of speed. I feel like this game is, it feels like I'm not, it doesn't feel like I'm doing 50, but it feels much more like I'm doing 50 than in the last game. As you can clearly see though, there's a heck of a lot more traffic spawning on me. And a lot more AI cars and stuff on this game, though I am staying with them for the most part, but they spawn at a higher rate on this game as well. So that makes me once again think that they've really kind of pushed the other map. They've pushed it and used all the resources they have available. And we have now definitely passed the last time that we got. The last time was 5 minutes 49 to go top to bottom of the other map. So far, this way is bigger than that, which is useful so far. It's not useful so far. I'm gonna ruin the boot. Excuse me, mate. Oh, a bit of a crash. Get the speed back up. I'm gonna go over for a little bit just to account for that. Only crash. I knew there was more traffic in this game. I knew it coming into it. In terms of literal length and height of the map, it is looking like this game was bigger. And across the line, 10 minutes. But it is now time for make or break. Is this way going to be telling us what we need to know? Let's mark about here, which is about accurate to what I did before. I'm going to stay on the road. We could cut it and make time, but no, we're going to do it properly. 3, 2, 1, go! And we're almost there at the 50. Focus RS. Hold that speed, boy. Hold it. Because this is what we need to know. Everyone wants to know. Is the map bigger or small? That's what we're finding out. This section we could cut time, but at the same time, it might not because of going into the water and that kind of thing. But we only need limited to 50, so yes, it would cut time. Oh no, wait. It is making me cut across. That was the weirdest attempt to tell me to cut across I have ever seen in my life, but let's go for it. The speed actually doesn't really matter so much. The water doesn't slow you down as much in this game as it does in the new game. They've got aquaplaning? I don't know. Whatever it's called in the new game since the last game, because remember they were talking all about those puddles, boy. Yeah, puddles. Oh, almost perfect 50 through there. That's what I've been trying to do with these speed zones as I'm going. I do think it's pretty clear what the answer is to this here. We're now rocking at 8+ minutes, almost 8.5 minutes to the end of this. This map takes longer to get round. Much longer indeed. Like, not a small amount, quite a decent amount as well. Which is what I expected. I'm even speeding up down this hill a little bit here. A little bit of a slip up, as you can see. But we're about to cross the line, get ready to stop the timer. And boom, we've got an 8 minutes. And to summarize, that would mean 30 minutes, 12 seconds to get all the way around the Forza Horizon 4 map. And then on Forza Horizon 3, we're looking at 38 minutes, 10 seconds. So yes, the Horizon 3 map is the biggest one. I honestly thought, like, looking at the map, that was the case. Looking at all the intricate roads in here as well, there's still, I think, more to this map inside. So it's not just an outside thing, but that's considering the fact that we've got the seamless multiplayer, so the world has to be probably toned down for that. And also considering a bunch of other things like the weather and the visuals looking much better. So personally, I'm going to say that although this map is bigger, I've had quite a bit more fun so far on the new map on Forza Horizon 4, but that's not to say that it is better because I haven't played enough of it yet to conclude that. This seems to have a lot more goodies and stuff like the runway, for example, and stuff. But when it comes to Forza maps, I think the first two games still have the best two maps. I especially the second one, because I played that more so. The first one I didn't play too much of, but the second map, I can say, in my opinion, even though it's probably much smaller than the two new ones, still better than the other two in terms of things to do, I personally think. But there you go. So visually, the new game is better. The last game's map is bigger, and I think there's more to do in the last map, but I haven't explored the whole map yet. We've also got new houses and stuff we can buy in the new map. So it's a, you know, hit or miss in some areas and other, but let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and well, you'll be playing the game super soon. Be sure to smash like, subscribe if you are new, and let me know if you want to see more videos like this. Until next time, peace.